My name is Martin Hernandez. But that name means very different things depending on who you ask. In the world that actually matters, the world of boardrooms, contracts, acquisitions, and silent power, I am Mr. Hernandez. A name spoken carefully, sometimes nervously. In my family's world, though, I'm just Martincito. The disappointment, the odd one, the son who threw away his future. The 31-year-old man who still wears hoodies and old pants, as if that alone were proof of failure. Family gatherings were torture for me. They were performances, carefully rehearsed lies. Everyone exaggerating their success, pretending their lives were flawless, their children brilliant, their careers enviable. And I was the contrast they needed to feel better about themselves. That's why I avoided these gatherings whenever I could. But this time my father begged me. "Please come, Martin," he said over the phone 2 nights earlier. His voice trembled in a way I hadn't heard in years. "It's at your Aunt Carla's house. I'm bringing someone special." "Someone special?" I asked, leaning back in my office chair. Outside my floor-to-ceiling windows, Monterey glowed beneath me. My office occupied an entire floor of a glass tower, something my family had no idea about. "A woman," he said. "Her name is Luisa Prado. She makes me happy." That stopped me. My father hadn't sounded happy in a very long time. Not since my mother passed away. "I want you to meet her," he added quickly. "Please. And behave." I almost laughed. "I always behave, Dad." A long pause. "Just don't embarrass me." That's how I ended up standing in the corner of my aunt's living room with a glass of water, watching the same old scene unfold. Uncle Oscar was already drunk, retelling his fishing story like it was scripture. My cousin Daniel, the family's golden boy, was holding court, bragging about his law firm. He spotted me and smiled. "So, Martin," he said loudly, patting my shoulder, "still messing around with computers? Or did you finally get a real job?" "Something like that," I replied calmly. "Oh yeah," he smirked. "Hacking the government now?" "I'm thinking of buying NASA," I said flatly. "They have good infrastructure." A few awkward laughs. Daniel waved it off and walked away, satisfied that everyone still saw me as a joke. The truth? I didn't mess around with computers. I owned Hernandez International, a technology and logistics conglomerate operating across Latin America and parts of the U.S. Quiet, efficient, ruthless when necessary. I funded space research. I shut down companies with a signature. But my family didn't know. To them, I was still the dropout. Then the doorbell rang. Everything stopped. Aunt Carla rushed to the door, already squealing with excitement. "Antonio, and you must be Luisa." My father stepped inside, looking nervous but happy. Truly happy. It made my chest tighten. Then she entered. Luisa Prado. She dominated the room instantly. Late 40s. Jet black dyed hair. Heavy makeup. A tight electric blue dress that screamed for attention. Her perfume hit the room before she did, thick, overwhelming. She kissed cheeks loudly, laughed too hard, and walked in like she owned the place. Her eyes scanned everyone. Uncle Oscar, money. Daniel, ambition. Then me. Black hoodie. Quiet. Unimportant. She didn't even bother greeting me. "Family," she announced. "Antonio has told me so much about you all." Within seconds, she was the center of attention. "Luisa is a senior sales director," my father said proudly. "Very important position." "What company?" someone asked. "Grupo Paz," Luisa answered confidently. That name immediately clicked in my mind. Grupo Paz, a logistics company we acquired 10 months ago, a subsidiary. While everyone admired her, I quietly pulled out my phone. Internal database. Luisa Prado, Senior Sales Director Regional. Authorization Level 4. There she was. Then my father called me over. "Martin, come meet Luisa." She looked me up and down, confusion flashing across her face. "This is your son?" she asked. "Yes," my father said. "Martin." "Oh," she said, forcing a smile. "Antonio tells me you're good with computers." Her tone was patronizing. "Something like that," I replied. Dinner was worse. Luisa talked nonstop about her bonuses, her influence, her importance. I started from nothing, she said proudly. Now the executives know my name. Aunt Carla nodded enthusiastically. Not like some people who sit at home all day. Everyone looked at me. Luisa laughed. Relax. At least he has a hobby. What's your latest project, Martin? A virus. The table laughed. I work in asset restructuring, I said calmly. What's that? She mocked. Moving furniture in your bedroom? More laughter. Then she bragged about Project Alpha, her big project. I repeated the details calmly. The budget, the launch date, the security flaw. Silence. Luisa froze. That's confidential, she whispered. Then your company should tighten security, I replied. She snapped. Called me a nobody, a failure. Offered me an internship answering emails. My family laughed. That's when I stood up, slowly, and told the truth. I exposed the fake expenses, the jewelry receipts, the stolen money. Her face drained of color. I fired her, right there. And for the first time, my family saw me not as Martincito, but as Mr. Hernandez, the man they had mocked, the man who owned everything they respected. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.